This episode of CoasTalk is brought to you by everywhere you can find Pete Collom's art, including Longboard Margarita Bar, Gherkins, Old Princeton Landing, Hop Dogma, El Granada Hardware, Fish and Frites, The Spot in San Mateo, and Emerald Coffee in Redwood City. How's it going, everybody? Mark Weisbarth back with another episode of Coast Talk. And this episode, I got a very special guest. I have Coastside artist Pete Collom in the house. How's it going, Pete?
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, I'm really glad to have you. And I hit you up a while ago, man. You were definitely at the top of my list, somebody that I've been wanting to talk to, man.
Yeah, no, thanks. This is rad.
I feel like Pete is one of those guys that everyone has seen your art, I feel like. But not everybody knows who does the art. If you're anywhere on the coast, you've seen Pete Collom's art. What are some of the places that someone could see your art, though, just off the top of your head?
Most recently, we kind of just started at Top Montera, but Gherkins has always been, once they first opened, that was the spot. The Old Princeton Landing's neighborhood grill right there, the Silver Star Grill.
Yeah.
I displayed there for a long time.
El Granada Hardware.
Yeah, El Granada Hardware. That was some of my first pieces that I threw up there. Still need to change those out.
Yeah, I just went there the other day, and it's like new owners and all that. And your pieces are still up there, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And, that's kind of when I first moved over here. I tended to put everything close by and up in there.
Yeah.
It was the first spot.
Do you get many sales from, those displays? Do people... Because I see your card is basically, there. It'll have, a price in your card or something, right?
Yeah, it's once in a while and here and there. It all depends on the time of the year, too. Usually summer tends to grab more tourists and more people stopping through Gherkins.
That makes sense.
Kind of noticing it.
Yeah. Man, yeah, you know what I'd love to see? Well, I don't know if I'd love to see this. I'd like to hear what you think. But, a Pete Collom gallery on, Main Street or in the harbor or something. Is that a good idea? Or would it be better for... I always wondered, is that good for an artist to just have it all on some gallery? Or maybe it's 2000, almost 20... and maybe just focus online or just spreading it in more places than just one. Is that something that you aspire to?
Yeah, it's not something that I wouldn't want to rule out, but it would be more fun to almost just kind of like what we did with J7 was just to do that, but also do a co-op, which I've kind of seen in certain parts of, around in Miramar. They have an open gallery where they switch out artists every month. But in terms of having it more centered and kind of more about me, I don't know if I would aim that route so much.
Yeah. You don't want it to be all about you.
Yeah, I've always kind of tried to get out of the spotlight if I could, just
right.
Too much if I'm in it, but
no, you're to me, you're a super humble and just the nicest guy. Just so talented, and I totally could see that about you. And that's why I was wondering when I even hit you up to even do this, I was like, I wonder if he'll even want to talk on a podcast like that,
No, I don't mind at all.
I just feel like you're one of those guys that's an unsung hero, a local, living legend type of guy, man. I hate to pump you up so much, but I just feel like I want more people to know about you, man. Or know more about you as a person and what's behind just the art. Obviously, everybody loves your art, man.
I appreciate it too. It's so fun to do it in this community. Actually, when I first moved over here, I kind of fell into it accidentally, just because I used to do it a lot as a kid growing up. But moving over, the whole scenic area and the coast just was instantly inspiring.
Crazy.
And I just started. I was pretty much doing it here and there, but I'm okay, let's try this out, aim for this to, because I was having so much fun with it. I'm let's just go with this.
Wow. So was it always on canvas with oil paint, or did you start out with something else?
No, pretty much that. Maybe I would hit like slabs of wood, or like kind of experimental mediums, but it was mostly just like acrylics and oils. And I kind of fell more in love with oils, just figuring out how they work. And I've never really been school taught, so I've always kind of liked to figure out stuff on my own.
You're self-taught.
Yeah, I would be. I mean, I'd probably benefit if I did. I'd get all those tricks and everything taught to me that way, but I kind of have more fun just figuring it out on my own.
That's cool, man. That's amazing that you're like not like I thought you went to like prestigious art school or something.
No.
You would think.
I can't really. I've tried doing a couple things like that back in out of high school, and at Foothill and places like that. They were fun, but it was weird. It was kind of more like you have this hour-long time to do this, and here's the technique. And
too constrained.
It was kind of. Yeah. And everybody was kind of going off doing their own thing anyway.
Yeah. Well, you've been kind of teaching too. Like I've been seeing a lot of the like paint night with Pete and stuff like that, sipping paint and stuff.
Yeah. Again, I kind of fell into that accidentally, but it's become like a really fun work and time spot for me. It's like,
that's cool. I gotta get to one of those, man. I'm not doing much. I want to go to these, and I want to support you, and I think it'd be fun. But I'm just like on lockdown at the house,
Yeah, no, I can understand that, especially with some of the times, because I do a couple, but it's usually around the dinner time, like 6:30, or Sunday midday, or like 3. So it's
right.
A lot of people around here work certain days. And
Sunday is like my big day, open house,
Yeah.
and then dinner time. It's Taco Tuesday every day.
Oh yeah,
at the house,
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome, man. So it's been doing good. Like, where have you been doing those? You've been doing those a lot of different places, right?
Yeah. So I started off when I was cooking at the Montera Cafe. My dear friend Teresita, the owner, then she suggested it to me, and kind of started there where we did 1 or 2 paint nights, and then it just started into a consecutive thing. When they closed, I went to a Grape in the Fog in Pacifica.
Yeah.
And then
How was that? Was that good?
Yeah, it's still going on. That's every Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Or every last Sunday of the month, like at 3.
Cool.
But also, too, there's a new wine bar called Vinoteca, or somewhat new. They've been there about
on
a year
Main
and a half.
Street?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of across from Pasta Moon, this little nook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the owner there, Larissa, she's got really killer wine and good food and really good environment. And, I don't know how she found me, but she did. And I've been teaching there for about a year.
Wow.
That's been a good spot as well. Also, too, at Cameron's Pub.
Oh, you doing there too?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're cool. They're kid friendly, so every group gets their eclectic bunch of personalities.
Yeah.
Like the wine bars, say for instance, Hop Dogma I'm doing my second one there in a couple weeks, and it's like the beer crowd versus the wine crowd versus kids there, and every one's slightly different.
Okay, yeah, so they're not all sipping paint, obviously. It's
Yeah.
just paint night. They're painting with Pete.
Yeah.
And depending on the environment is kind of, yeah, totally.
But I incorporate all the same aspects. It's just I use the same 2 brushes that I do when I'm painting at home a lot. And kind of just go through basic techniques, color palettes, how to mix colors, and subject matter, composition.
And then how do you choose what you paint? You just kind of randomly...
I kind of go by the season or just general ideas. I really always loved this one flower is called Pride of Madeira. The purple kind of long stem flowers.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking
those are pretty, yeah.
Thinking about doing that for end of this month, but I'll kind of just go off the time of the year. Like Halloween, we always do a haunted house. Christmas time, we get kind of snowy with cabins and
you get snowy with it.
Ross style trees, yeah.
That's funny. That's cool, man. It's just, God, that's so cool. It's really cool because Like, so, you said when you moved here, we'll get to that, because I just remember Project New Groove, man. Like, so we did Project New Groove years ago now.
Yeah.
And we kind of formed like this team, and you were one of the people that were involved in doing art at the shows and all this stuff. And I always always admired you, and I liked you right away. And I was just like, man, this guy's super dope. And I've seen you evolve. I've seen your art evolve, and I've seen you get more exposure, and it's really cool to see, man. But like, so when did you, like, if you wouldn't mind, get into kind of your background a little bit, man? Like, like.
Yeah, so I basically grew up in Redwood City, California. I moved there from when I was little, from Long Beach.
Yeah.
So I got there like in the first grade. But yeah, I grew up over there. It was kind of like my main hometown. The summers were like really memorable just because it gets so hot. They have a saying there, climate best by government tests, which is probably one of the big pluses about living over there.
You're talking about Long Beach?
No,
Redwood
in
City?
Redwood. Yeah, just over the hill.
Yeah.
But then again, it was kind of, like I went to Woodside High School, and when I was getting out of there, I was kind of ditching class to come over here, like, because back then it was fairly easy to, take a lunch and
right,
kind of just dip out and
totally
come back, or not hit your last period, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've always, I don't know, I've always been coming over here.
What were you doing over here? Surfing or something? Or?
Yeah, just getting in the ocean, or like trying to match some of the talent at the jetty, where I was learning.
Yeah.
So I was like 18, 19 when I first started really getting into surfing. But
it definitely inspires your art. Like surf, you do a lot of like waves, ocean.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Your sharks are really cool.
Yeah, again, one of my favorite animals, and the one I always want to see, but I don't want to see.
Right. Yeah, that's what keeps me out of the water, man. And I'm Hawaiian, and I'm like, that's like my roots. And I'm like, I'm good on the sharks, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like going snowboarding with an abominable snowman.
Right. Like, who does that, man? You guys are crazy.
Yeah, but that's the last thing on my mind. And you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Like, if you did get hit, I think you'd be really lucky, because that wouldn't happen.
Right. It's rare. They don't really want you. The sharks don't really want to eat you. They think you're a seal. Most of the time, they'll just bite you, maybe, and then find out that you're not what they thought you were, or bite your board, and then leave you alone, right?
I think so.
Like, they're not trying to ingest you. Like,
no. If they, from what I've known, if they tag you hard and it doesn't turn out to be a good situation, you still have a 50-50 on it.
50-50. Not good enough odds for me, man.
That's for a big one. Right?
I'm good. Tim West, though. Shout out to Tim for getting hit by a great white and living to tell about it, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's crazy.
That's heavy.
You ever surf Mavericks?
No, I will never surf Mavericks.
Okay. You're not a big wave dude?
I would be if I got maybe towed in. It was the cleanest day and no one was out. And now that they have the blow-up vests, and sure, anytime. But I don't know. It's not something. I like anything around like 10 to 12 foot. That's good enough for me. Once it hits 15, it kind of turns not really that fun.
Yeah.
Where it's fun, but I don't know. It's more of like
different kind of fun.
It's everything gets really, really serious around that.
Life threatening.
Yeah, but it's I can see why people do it, because it does give you that extra adrenaline, and it's super intense, and it's just one of those things that I kind of have more fun on the more manageable, kind of fast, drivey little punchy waves or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Now, I if I was to go out, it's going to be like at the jetty, or like, just small, nice waves. Lindemar or something, not too big.
Yeah, but Tim West was one of the first. He was the guy that the first time I went out to Mavericks. He just took me out on a jet ski, so I was lucky enough just to hang out and watch it on the ski. And it was kind of a windswept day. It was like 30 foot, but it still was just like, wow, there's the reason why I don't want to surf this way.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, I'd love to go out there on a ski and just kind of feel that power and see it from
Yeah, that was the
right
best part
outside.
about it. It's really cool just to kind of be a spectator.
Right, yeah. Shout out to Kurt Power Lines. Those dudes are always out there on the skis.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man. So, and are you doing? And one thing maybe people, kind of forget about Pete Collom is a very talented musician, playing multiple instruments. What are you up to these days? You making music at all? Do you playing guitar? I remember you did guitar lessons. You were teaching lessons.
Yeah, guitar has kind of dropped off in the years. I've been teaching it for 15 years now. And,
wow.
I'm still teaching it here and there, but more or less, it's at that time where I kind of just want to use it for me, where having a couple lessons is cool, but I'm not doing it full time because I found that I was putting it down too much, where I would teach all day.
And then you didn't have the energy to do it on your own.
Yeah, and I was missing that, so I basically kind of said ditch that and focus on something else. But I still, that's something else, kind of turned into drums, which was one of my more first instruments.
It was.
Kind of growing up. Yeah, I used to play in a lot of metal bands and rock bands, reggae bands, and I'm kind of finding myself going back to just general rock, punk rock style in drums, and finding some local friends to do it with.
Yeah, you played. That reminds me. So a lot of people know Coast Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the band originally before Coast Tribe was Coast Tribe. You were the drummer, weren't you, of Nesta?
No, I was the lead singer and guitarist.
Oh, you didn't play drums. Oh, Rob played drums.
Yeah, we rock.
Right.
I think I might have started, but I can't remember.
Okay.
We were just looking for people to jam with.
Yeah, back then.
There's only like a handful of people that play on the coast.
I know. Do you think that's changed at all? Are there more? I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday, about hip-hop. Because when we came up, it was like we were kind of almost the first people to kind of do hip-hop on the coast.
Yeah.
There was like a group before us, like D-Ski and J7 and those OG dudes. But we kind of were almost the first. And then there was like some subsequent groups that came up after us. CoasTalk, Nomadic Souls. Now you got Thor, Lil MC, Moonrays, all these people. But I'm like, is there anybody in high school right now, Half Moon Bay, Pacifica, whatever, that have bands that are doing hip-hop, DJing? I wonder. I really hope so, man. Do you know?
I don't, but me too. I hope so. I think ever since the ghost ship incident happened, a lot of the places where you could have that outlet and go jam, loud live music or shut down. So
just like J7, man. That was, man, I know. I do often think about, like, what if that didn't happen and J7 was able to keep going?
Oh, it would just keep going. It would go up and up. And I think it'd be like, that was one of the things, like, a lot of people didn't realize with J7. It was like, that place was golden, on the coast. And I think a lot of people didn't realize how golden it was
until it was gone.
Until it's gone.
I know. It's true. That's just the nature of people. It's how it is.
And that's what reminded me of a spot. Like in Redwood City growing up, we had this warehouse, just filled with musicians and bands and all kinds of different bands. And it was 24/7. And it was just like, basically just a sanctuary where you could go any time of day and just get as loud as you want. And just having that was enough to be like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do right now because I feel like doing it right now. Like with J7, I would get up at like 3 a.m. from like insomnia and just have a bunch of energy. And I would go to J7 and just jam drums like, 3 p.m. and it was so fun. And it was like kind of just my outlet too to let loose because I knew no one was there. And that's what I was saying. It's like one of those places where you could go and make noise.
And without a place like that, it keeps people from, a lot of people that would be doing that, not doing it. Just solely because there's not a place to do it. It's that simple.
Yeah, exactly. Either that or you find, a place in maybe those kids are using the basement in their parents' house, and their parents are more, willing to let them make noise, or
hopefully, but yeah, it's just harder, that's what it's all about, just having outlets for creative people,
Yeah, but in terms of like, I don't know, where would they hold shows or battle of the bands? And I know in Pacifica they have a couple spots where they have designated areas to jam, kind of warehouse style.
Well, the green room, yeah, that's cool.
But for venues, there's only a handful.
Totally. I was thinking of doing some. I wanted to do kind of like a talent show, kind of, for lack of a better term, but maybe like a reoccurring thing. It's a good spot for some. I mean, obviously you can go to OPL is like the main venue here.
Yeah.
And you got Longboard and Pacifica. But like, man, you ever think about that place at the end of Main Street? It's like a theater, I think it was Coastal Repertory maybe. It's that big place. You ever been in there? It's at the end of Main Street. And I'm pretty sure it's called Coastal Repertory, unless it's changed since, I haven't been there in a long time. But it's literally like a theater, like a huge stage, curtains, and like a bunch of seats, like an amphitheater type of thing. And I think it gets underutilized, honestly. I think it'd be really cool to do some kind of shows there,
Yeah, it's a great. I didn't even know about it. Like it's like a mini Fox or something. Just
totally, it's that vibe, because they do plays there. They do all those plays, the high school plays, and I think what was that, the blue? I want to say Blue Blanket Improv. I'm probably butchering everything, and I apologize, but I don't if I don't know. But yeah, anyways. That would be a cool place to do some
grab
kind of
some
like
sponsors and get a bunch of people together.
Yeah, and just kind of basically what I've always wanted to do, and what I try to do with Project New Groove, and what I was trying to do with J7 Studios, is try to nurture the talent here and give them an outlet and give them a platform. That's why we did that open mic called The Platform at J7, and it was like so many people came through that, and like even like Ella Harp, she comes to that open mic and she's playing harp and singing. I'm like, what? Like, so cool, man. And now I've seen her, she's doing amazing things. I'm actually going to try and get her on the podcast, but
she's doing great things. Super talented. She's ripping a banjo now.
I saw that.
Sounds like she's been playing for years. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, she's amazingly talented, and so it's all about just trying to have somewhere where people like that can go and show their talents and then get seen and then get opportunities from that, And
I like that idea.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm all about. And with this podcast, kind of the same aim where I'm like, all I want to do is, I know all these really cool and interesting and talented people from here, and I want to just talk to them and kind of give them a little shine, people like you, that like, now, not like I have some huge audience. I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. This is episode 3. I don't get huge views or anything, but whoever listens to this,
I quit. I'm out of here.
Yeah, this is bullshit, man. No, but whoever listened to this, somebody might not ever know who you were and look you up and be like, oh wow, I like his art or whatever. So things like that. I've always been passionate about that.
No, I think it's a great idea. And if anything, I remember that when, like, with Project New Groove, when it comes to the coast, you were always like one of the ambassadors and leaders of doing that, and like getting people together, having people recognize what's going on, and being productive and pushing like these venues, and
it's what I've always been about, man. And that's why I'm a realtor now. I got a kid, and so I'm not as involved in the scene, and you don't see me really out a lot at a lot of things, man. Not even freaking paint night with Pete, but so I'm trying to find my way that I can still kind of do that, and so I record on my phone, come to your house, have a conversation. It's the best I can do right now, man. I'll put it up.
It's working. It works.
No, but I appreciate you, man. So, okay, where can people get your art? Like if somebody wants your art, like, or do you have like a website? Do you have a Facebook page?
So here's where I'm unprofessional in that department. I've been focused like solely so much on just producing it, where I've been lagging on my website and updating it, and kind of pushing the whole business aspect has always been tricky for me. Or not tricky, it's just it's one of those parts of the business where I'm not super fluent at figuring out how to make it just roll,
Totally.
But basically, like, my website kind of starts there. It's just PeteCollom.com.
Okay.
One of these days I'll spend 2 days and actually fix it up so it's right, or have someone do it for me, because it's one of those things that I'm just like, it's way on the back burner. But in order to find my stuff, it's literally just kind of, it's not really in galleries. It's in like bars and like, coffee shops, sandwich shops, kind of more off the wall spots. I would like to get into a couple galleries downtown, which is kind of in the making right now with a friend.
Cool.
It's just a matter of kind of picking the right scene and which one suits me best,
Right.
Or how we're going to go about displaying artwork that vibes with each other's kind of. But in terms of finding it, it's pretty much, only around this town so far.
Yeah.
So that would be my next goal, is to try to get into the city, or shoot for a couple spots in Carmel. But it's kind of on the back burner for at least in there 8 months.
Well, yeah, I feel that, man. I feel like I can see that about you. Like, you're an artist. Like, you're a true artist, and that's what you focus on, is like making the art and the whole business aspect of it, and like website is not like your first priority. And I like that about you. I think that's really cool. And I think there's a lot of people like that, where, so I just want to put it out there. Okay, first of all, go anywhere on the coast, like coffee shops, wherever. You'll see his art, but, look him up on Facebook, Pete Collom, Collom, PeteCollom.com. But anybody out there that wants to help Pete with that aspect, if you can make websites or whatever, you do marketing or something, hook my boy up. Contact me. You could email the show, CoasTalk1@gmail.com, or look up Pete on Facebook. I'm not going to give out your phone number or anything like that, but hit him up, and let's support local art and talented people, and just let him focus on what he's focusing on, which is creating beautiful art, and maybe give him a hand, hook him up with some love on the search engine optimization and all that stuff, man. That's a whole nother thing.
Oh man, it's foreign to me.
Yeah, because I see you as like, you could be making millions of dollars off your art, in my opinion. But I love that that's not like what's on your mind, like, and I think that's why your stuff is so good and why you're such a cool person, because you're not driven by greed or the money or anything. You're solely doing this because obviously you love it. But man, everybody loves your stuff. In particular, man, so I'm a realtor, and so there's a couple houses on the market. I think they're pending now, but a couple of them you did some art. I remember I told you this on the phone, I think.
Oh yeah.
But there was some of your art. Either you did a mural on the wall or something, or there was actually some like canvases in the houses, and I was like, oh man, there's Pete's art. And I'm like, oh wow, that makes the house look so cool. And so now what I want to do is, when I have a client that sells a house or buys a home, I want to somehow get them to put your art on the wall. Say someone's selling their house, I can get local artists to put their art on the wall and just kind of make the house look cooler, and it kind of promotes you at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Right? And then if somebody buys a house, one of my clients buy a house, as a gift to them, I want to be like, hey, here's a local artist, Pete. He did this piece. Or maybe give them a choice of maybe they could pick a piece that you did or something. And just so they can be like, okay, because a lot of people are moving from out of town, San Francisco or South Bay. They want to come to the coast and they buy a home, and then all of a sudden, I give them one of your paintings, as a gift. And obviously I'll buy it, but that, then they feel connected.
Oh, I'd totally be willing. You could help me clear my walls at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, you got some. I wish this is not video, but he's got some really cool pieces. Where do you do your art? Is you still use the garage a lot?
Not so much. I'm actually kind of in this little nook right here. It's like a little den. I don't mind the garage. It's just cold. And in the winter, it's a little bit more open, but I have enough space to kind of work here. And sometimes I'll just even set up right here in front of a show I'm watching if I need to take breaks. But
just put something down so you don't get on the carpet.
Yeah, just got new carpet, so.
I noticed that. It's looking good, man.
Yeah, I was so old that I didn't mind dropping brushes or getting paint everywhere. I was just like, yeah. I know I'm gonna kind of switch it soon. So
now you got to be careful though.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit more on the protective side.
New carpet's awesome. Coda's probably digging it. We got Pete's dog. Coda's chilling.
He's hanging. We just got back from a little hike and swim.
Hey, bud. How old is Coda?
Coda's turning 9 this year. He's the same age as Evil, Brian's dog.
Nice. He's a sweet guy, man.
Yeah, he's not slowing down.
That's awesome.
Everyone says he will, but he's definitely not. He's speeding up.
If you see Pete around town, you can guarantee you're going to see Coda, in the car. I always, I'll go to New Leaf or something, and I see your car parked or something, and I'll just see Coda in the passenger seat just chilling or something.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I grab my keys, he's at the door right before me. All right.
That's funny, man. Right on. Well, okay. Let's get to these segments. Every show I do these segments. Reoccurring segments, okay? And I'm just going to ask you these questions.
Okay.
And you just give me an answer out the top of your head. No pressure. And let's just see what you got, man, okay? So,
right. Fire away.
Okay, so first segment is, that would be cool, okay? And what that is what is something cool that you think would be good to have on the coast? Whether it's a business or anything, a place, what would be cool to you to have here on the coast that we don't already have?
So I've always been fascinated by the new wave pools they have coming out and all that, and someone would have to hit the lotto big time and be pretty selfless and generous and find a spot to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, maybe the brother of that would be an indoor water slide park or something.
Oh, snap. That's ambitious.
Because it's cold here.
Right, it's got to be indoor.
Yeah, if it was indoor and water slides, I think.
I love water slides. Like Manteca style and Raging Waters.
Exactly, but somewhere where you could utilize even the hills somehow and, make tunnels that go down to I don't know. I'm thinking.
Oh, that would be awesome. No, and there's no limits to this. It doesn't even have to be realistic. What would be cool? That would be cool,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But
the first one, were you talking something like the Kelly Slater wave thing? What's that? The surf ranch or something?
Yeah, that would be kind of like a long shot, but.
Okay, yeah. Well, we got plenty of open space.
Yeah, that's everything. It's just a matter of who has the money and willing to do it, and it's just one of those things because it's when the surf does get good around here, it gets good, but when it's not good, it's not good a lot of the time,
Right. So
it'd be a great fix for everybody.
Just whenever you want a good wave, the perfect wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. You've never been there.
No.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
That's invite only, isn't it? You gotta.
I think so.
Yeah, you can't just show up.
Yeah, there's a couple of other spots in Texas and other pools that aren't as performance based, but they still look really fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw videos of that. It's pretty nuts. Where is that anyway? Kelly Slater's one. Southern California?
I want to say almost Bakersfield or somewhere inland and more hot.
Yeah.
built on the right wind direction for sure.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, somebody should do something like that here, like Tony Hawk or something.
What would be cool for you? Something.
I've been saying this, man. Okay, this is kind of lame. Well, whatever. Okay, like miniature golf, right? Do you remember Malibu Grand Prix?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so something like that, like an outdoor miniature golf thing. Would it be outdoor? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. The weather here is kind of like maybe you want to do it indoor. But imagine like all these like landmarks on the coast turned into golf courses. Like the radar station.
Oh wow, yeah.
Right?
I like
or
that.
like the harbor. And you hit the ball and it goes down the pier and there's like boats, you know?
Oh, you're right.
Right? And there's like Mavericks or something.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
a
you
great
could
idea.
downtown Half Moon Bay, you're on Main Street, like little miniature versions of it. You know?
I like it.
I think that'd be awesome, man. Somebody posted something about that on Facebook. I forget what it was, and I was like, I brought that up, and I was getting a lot of positive comments. People like, yeah.
Do they even still have that miniature golf?
No, they knocked that down a long time ago. Yeah.
That's what I remember growing up with. And
Totally.
The go karts, and
Yeah.
we get fake IDs, and you don't have to be like, like a certain age.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they had the batting cages and all that, dude. Yeah, that was awesome. I think it'd be cool here. I think, a lot of, I don't know, everything that would be cool here, there's always the argument of like, oh, we don't have enough people and, not enough people to like, not enough demand. And I'm like, whatever, man. Like, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I
like it.
That's what this segment is. That would be cool. That's all it is. That would be cool.
It'd be something for, one of those, it's like bowling. Like when you don't know what to do, it's like go
Right.
bowling.
Yeah.
Let's go play miniature golf. Like,
Right. And it's like, yeah, totally. We need things to do, I mean, obviously it's like when we were younger here, like I was like, oh, it's so boring. There's nothing to do here. Let's go over the hill or let's go to San Francisco. Now that I'm older, I appreciate like going on a hike or something.
Yeah.
I appreciate the beauty of the coast.
Yeah.
And when you're younger, you kind of just, I don't know, not everybody. I think kids nowadays probably appreciate it more. Millennials or something. I don't know. I'm old now, so.
I'm with you.
Yeah, God. Okay, cool. Well, that's a good. That's a good answer, man. Indoor water park. Okay, cool. Next segment is 650. Really? And what that is you don't need to get too deep or anything, but just what's something that people might not know about you, on the surface. Maybe a guilty pleasure or something. You don't have to let me in on dark secrets or anything, man. But you like Taylor Swift or something. Something like that.
I did like her old stuff, actually.
I did too. Yeah.
I had to teach it, and
on guitar.
yeah, I learned her albums quick.
That's hilarious.
She's good. She's really brilliant, actually. Like the way she puts songs together.
You know what? I agree.
It's simplified and it's really good. And there's a reason why she's making a lot of money.
True that.
I heard her most recent song and stuff like that. Just like, nah, where'd you go? Because I was, that's my expectations. But
yeah,
it makes me want to just like play the acoustic again.
Mm-hmm.
But something about me that people don't know. I mean, like with the Montera Cafe, that's something I used to like. I grew up cooking, and like I've always like enjoyed cooking.
Oh wow!
I've cooked in a couple restaurants, and my last spot was at the Montera Cafe, and I did breakfast there.
Oh yeah, I went in there a couple times when you cooked, and it was good, man.
Yeah.
I think I got the huevos rancheros, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hooked it up. So you can cook.
I can, yeah.
That's
Even
awesome.
in the morning where I didn't think I could.
Right.
It's hard for me to get up in the morning, but
And that was like a small kitchen too.
it was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a single man kitchen, but I had fun. I've always enjoyed like the time and process and making things exactly right and putting it out at perfect heat. And I don't know. Like I enjoy food in general.
You cook a lot at home?
Yeah, I do.
You don't eat out a lot?
No, I do. but I like doing both,
Yeah.
Like going to New Leaf, loading up on all the stuff I used to cook and, doing the scratch thing. And it makes it that much more kind of like enjoyable and good,
Yeah. Do you generally try to eat healthy?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'll fall off, of course, like everybody, but, mindfully I'm like better and saving more if I'm going that route.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I've been trying to, like, basically as much as possible, try not to eat sugar, like junk food, like even processed type stuff, like frozen food and stuff like that. Try my best to not do that. But I fall off. And when I fall off hard. Like...
Yeah, I fall off round table hard.
Yeah, round table. Oh, God. For sure. It's like, it's so bad. It's like, I fall off like one meal. And then I'm like, I fell off, so might as well just keep falling off, And that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's all in moderation. You fall off one meal, you're good. You don't need to turn that into a 24-hour binge.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with me.
It's easy to do.
Totally.
With anything. Like for me, I like to be good at anything, even if it's like means being bad. Like let's
I'm gonna be good at being bad.
Yeah, let's see how far we can take this.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. That's awesome. Okay, so wow. So Pete Collom cooks too. He's in the kitchen.
I do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's funny because I used to cook. The press. It used to be the Cafe Classique.
Yeah.
And I used to cook there.
Oh, no way.
Back in the day when we were like in high school or maybe fresh out of high school. But there was a point when I wanted to be a chef. And I thought I was going to go to culinary school. And shout out to Matt Murphy. OG El Granada dude. OG surfer guy. He's still here. He was the cook there. And he was like a chef. He went to culinary school and all that. And he taught me. And I used to cook there. I eventually ended up not wanting to go full into it, basically because I didn't want to be in the restaurant business.
Me too. Same idea. I had fun doing it, but if I wasn't working with the right people, I was just like, this ain't fun.
Right.
I'm not.
I had the same experience, yeah. So I decided to go a different route. But anyways, okay, that's cool, man. Right on. Okay, and the last segment is, that's my spot. And basically is name a place somewhere on the coast, anywhere, that to you brings up fond memories. It could be anywhere, but for whatever reason, you're fond of that place because it, puts a smile on your face. Maybe you have a good memory there or something.
Yeah, I could say the Jetty easily from my later years, but one thing that, kind of sprung me here to get over as quick as I could here on the coast was, back in the day, second, third grade, and even younger, my dad used to bring me over and throw me in the waters with a boogie board at Martin's Beach.
Oh, Martin's Beach.
So that place probably would hold like the most fondest memories. Like I would be, on the shore break of like slamming, 6 foot, not going anywhere on a boogie board kind of wave, just get throttled. Yeah. My dad would just be swimming, 100 feet out, back and forth. I was like, Dad, you're crazy. Like, what are you doing? And, like, we would go there for 4th of July's every year.
Oh.
And they just, rip fireworks. And there was kind of no rules back then. It was paid $5. 4th of July, pay $20. And you could camp. And it's kind of been obviously way more regulated these days.
Right.
But back when I was growing up, like that was a really good fond memory because we knew some people at Martin's and we would stay.
Did you know somebody that had a house right there?
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, and so every 4th of July or anytime we wanted to just go to the beach, like I'd go there that's kind of what got me into the water was just starting there around on a boogie board. And
that's awesome. Martin's Beach is beautiful, man. God.
Yeah, and it holds some energy too when you're there where, I don't know, it just kind of makes you stop and there's something about it that is really like mystic and, kind of like, I feel, I'm lucky to be here, kind of.
Right. I agree. We took my daughter Malaya there last year, and I hadn't been there in years. And man, we had the best time. It was like one of those beautiful days, and it was awesome. It's open now. There was that whole thing where the owner was trying to restrict access.
Yeah.
And that whole deal. And I don't know, I mean, where do you stand on that while we're on it? Do you think the guy who owns that property should be able to restrict public access to that beach?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
That guy was out of his mind. I don't know the legality and all that was making him able to do that. I think it was probably the court process that took so long, where he kept fighting it, where he knew he was probably not going to win, but he just kept fighting it. Maybe
it was like a pride thing for him.
Or maybe his dollars would take over and win it for him. But he was
no go.
Yeah, I guess public beach, you can't
restrict access.
Yeah, so he was kind of, and that's what's cool about like a lot of the fight against Syria. A lot of people realize, like, wait a minute, this beach is, even though it's a little bit more south and down the line, a little bit more unknown, but a lot of people know that nook and that whole area is worth protecting.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially from billionaire guys.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, man. It doesn't matter, how much money you have, who owns it. We're in the coastal zone, and there's the whole coastal commission and local coastal plan, and that says like you can't restrict access. So it's meant to protect that. And so I respect that, even though I'm a realtor, and then there's this whole thing about like private property rights and stuff. I as a realtor, it's kind of weird for me because there's a whole thing. I do believe in property rights. If you buy property and you own it, it's hard for me to tell somebody like, hey, you can't do what you want with it or something. Yeah. But at the same time, you got to know going into it what the law is and, what the deal is. And so you can't restrict access to the beach, man. Yeah. It's that simple,
Yeah.
So put your checkbook away. It doesn't matter, you know?
That's why I was hearing stuff like that happening in L.A. where they were getting away with taking certain beaches and making them private, and people were just like, wait a minute, you can't do that. And And I've heard maybe there were a couple spots where they got away with it,
I'm sure.
Like, well, you can't turn everything into concrete,
Yeah, I know. It is a crazy thing, and we deal with that a lot here on the coast. Because it's just so beautiful, and there's all this open space, but there's tons of people that want to live here, and there's tons of people that want to move here and build here, and it's a fine line. We have to protect that and keep this place, keep it the way why everybody wants to be here is because it's so beautiful, and you can't just fill it with a bunch of stuff.
And I was on that train, like coming over, like I knew it. It was like waiting to out of high school, and I was like, I gotta get over there, and like when I was moving stuff over, like it felt like I was coming home, It felt like the best move. As much as I loved Redwood, I almost felt like I was more meant to be here. And
oh yeah, dude, you're so coast, man. It's not even funny. Like it's crazy to hear like Redwood City. Like you just don't seem like you belong in Redwood City.
No, and it was different too growing up there. I was lucky enough to live by a couple, parks and schools where it can, it was pretty natured.
Yeah.
And easy to kind of get out of the house and, have fun and party with friends and all that. And there was skate parks and little areas and nooks that could keep you busy, but in the long run, like, there's nothing as vast and more eye-opening than the ocean and the coast.
Totally. What about the jetty ramp? Did you hear about the jetty ramp? How I just I just saw somebody post something about it, and they're talking about tearing it down or something. You hear about that?
That was the first.
So you painted on the jetty ramp.
Yeah.
Really cool piece.
Brendan Foster did.
Yes.
Kind of split it.
Man, you and Brendan Foster are the best, the dopest artists on the coast, period. That's in my opinion. Shout out to Mike Boyle. I don't know if you know Boyle.
Oh yeah, great tattoo artist.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like you three, to me, are hands down the best artists on the coast. But yeah, God, that would suck to tear down that ramp, man.
Yeah, seems like such a great outlet too for.
Yeah, right.
I don't think there's a day where it's not raining where people aren't skating it. You know.
Yeah, it's become like a landmark. You know, it's an important thing to the community. You know.
Yeah, and Tim West helped fund all of that, right? Through bringing in all the supplies.
Yeah, the upvols. Everybody like put in time to build that, and so, anyways, I just got some message on Facebook or something about they're trying to save the jetty ramp. So spread the word now. I think it's savethejettyramp.com if I'm not mistaken. But I told them that if somebody wants to come on the podcast, maybe Tim or something, and spread the word about that. Try to save it, whatever we can do.
Yeah, even help clean up the area if needed be. Because I think that was a lot of the reason why people were trying to use it as like a tag spot.
Oh yeah, has anybody tagged over your art though?
I think they have.
Really?
Here and there.
Damn it.
Yeah. But I mean, Brendan's tried to like repaint over it, and tends to just keep getting good. And, it's like we should almost like give them one section where you can't see it from the highway, and be like, hey, tag right here, like stop, don't go over the art.
I agree. Leave one section just for that, and then every now and then buff it out and let them just
Or if you do, have the courage to go over the art, like have do something cool in it. Like
it better be good.
Yeah, don't do something lame.
Yeah, not some whack ass tag, man. Yeah, God, I know that's horrible. Well, man, I really appreciate your time. I think we're gonna wrap it up. It's been good talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, man. This is great,
man. And one last time, PeteCollom.com. If someone wants to reach out to you, is it cool to just reach out to you like on Facebook or something?
Yeah, of course.
Email.
What's the other one? The Instagram.
Instagram.
Pete Collom Art.
Okay, at Pete Collom Art.
I believe so.
Okay, COLLOM. Man, Pete Collom, one of the nicest guys in the world, most talented guys in the world. Pay him respect, buy his art, spread the love, and thank you so much, man.
Hey, thank you.
Yee!
There you go.